Hello, what's your name?
My name is Juliette Crosby.
And when did you graduate?
I graduated in 2016.
Why did you choose the Gaiety School of Acting?
I was 18, I think, 18 and a half. I was in the middle of finishing my Leaving Cert, and my mum was the one who said that I should probably go for the Gaiety, and I remember literally saying to her, I will never get in. Do not stand a chance. I will not get into that college. And she kind of pushed me to do it. She printed off the form for me and she said, fill that in, we're going to post it off. And arrived for an audition. It managed to get an audition slot, which I was surprised about, and ended up auditioning with the brilliant Patrick Sutton and John Delaney, and was so warmly received. And I remember thinking the minute I walked into the building, I went, oh, I want to train here, because there was just a completely different vibe. And I just had a lot of fun. So yeah, that's why I chose the Gaiety.
Would you recommend the course you did for budding actors?
Yes, I would. I think it trains you in your body as well as your mind and your spirit and your soul to kind of develop a sense of technique, which is hugely important, but it also develops stamina. It's extremely intense. It's literally called the 2-year intensive for a reason. So I would recommend it because it kind of emboldens you with a lot of physical stamina and ability, and depending on the year you get. I was in such a brilliant year. I had so many incredible colleagues and friends in the year I was in, so there was a brilliant sense of camaraderie established as well, which is really essential if you're training to be an actor. You have to learn how to be in an ensemble and work in a team, but also know when to stand up on your own 2 legs and do it as well.
So, do you have a standout moment from your time studying at the Gaiety School of Acting?
I think my standout for the best crack we had, whilst also getting the best work done, I think was probably our industry showcase, which is ironic because they tend to be a really stressful time to prepare for, but I actually had a brilliant time, and I think part of it was because as a year we decided to do an a cappella version of Under Pressure, and Queen are my favourite band, so we were already off to a winning start. But we, in between rehearsing for scenes and getting our film scenes done and everything, we got to go into Russell Smith and just spend an hour singing with him and learning how to chorally put together this version, this a cappella version, Gleeified, but better than Glee, of Under Pressure. And that always stands out as something that just was so enjoyable and so fun inside a really stressful period of time in a year as well. Yeah.
Are you working on anything at the moment, Juliette?
You're never not. That's a joke. I'm not actually working on anything professional at the moment, but something that I think every actor, budding or otherwise, probably comes to realise is there's constantly something to do. Whether it's figuring out, are my headshots okay, or do I need to develop my reel a little bit more, or what's the next thing that I'd like to be working on, and the amount of creatives in this city that are writing and making their own work at the same time in between professional commitments is astounding. So I guess just focusing on keeping the pot on a boil of some element at least, but no, nothing else.
What would be your dream role?
Funny girl, Fanny Bryce, easily. Best part in the world. Hardest part in the world.
What was your favourite piece that you worked on while at GSA?
I think I really enjoyed playing, I think I played Olivia in 12th Night during our Shakespeare showcase with Liam Halligan, and we just had an awful lot of fun working on Shakespeare with him for the week. And it's just an incredibly good play as well, so I think that was probably one of my favourite characters to play, definitely, yeah.
What one thing would you advise a current student to have in their locker at all times?
I was thinking about this recently because it actually is something an actor should have in their bag at all times if they're working. Snacks, genuinely snacks. The most important work you do is the 8 hours or 10 hours you're in the room, and I'm always hungry, so have food that you actually like eating so that when you take a break you're excited to get the snack and then go back to work. And hydrate plenty. So lots of water and food.
What would you say to someone who is on the fence about pursuing acting?
Try and sample it as much as you can in your spare time. If you're like whatever stage you're at, whether you're 18 and on the fence about it or like 35 and on the fence about it, try and sample it by going to see work. You know, make sure you're going to the theatre and watching theatre if theatre acting is what you're looking for, or if you want to do film, make sure you're going to the cinema and seeing lots of work. And yeah, just kind of immerse yourself in it as much as possible so that you can get a feel for, and if possible at all, take part in work, do short courses with colleges, you know, do part-time stuff that you can get a feel for what it's like to be in front of an audience and establish for yourself whether or not it's just passion for the applause or it's passion for the work itself, because that's really important to kind of clarify early on.
That's great, Juliette. Well, thank you so much for coming in to us today and chatting to us. I'm sure if anyone is thinking about coming to GSA, you might have tipped them over the edge.
Possibly.
Have a good day.
You too, take care.